Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a video on solving multi-step equations, and so yeah, we're gonna start off with we're gonna do 4 problems, just showing you how to do them. But I want you to pause the video to see if you can solve them before I do them. So I'll do what went out here. Let me find a color. Or usually I do colors with expressions, so it's easier to see, but I just let's find something fun color. Alright, got a fun color. Alright, so pause the video here if you want to try and solve it by yourself, but I am going to get started. So obviously we have like terms here that we're going to have to combine. So let's just rewrite this with our terms next to each other so we can see how this is going to work out. Alright, so see this? It's going to solve. This is pretty easy if you already have seen the simplifying algebraic expressions. It's in the same category. So yeah, basically it's combine like terms. 7 plus 4, you get 11. And now we're going to do the inverse operation. And by the way, if you don't know how to do simple 1-step or 2-step equations, don't even, we should try to do these, but you should probably be able to do 2-step equations first. So yeah, inverse operation, all that. We're going to add 18 to both sides, cancels out. And we're going to get 11 right there. And 5. Alright, so we have 25 equals 11 over x. And right here you can see we're multiplying x by 11 or 11 by x. And the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So that cancels out. And I get 25 over 11, which simplified is some log decimal. But basically just 25 over 11, and 25 over 11 is equal to 2 and 3/11. Now it's really easy to convert between improper fractions and decimals, and mixed numbers and stuff like that when you have a scientific or a graphing calculator. So yeah, and you can always find scientific calculators online. You probably even have one on your laptop that it came with it. But let me just make sure I'm getting this. Yeah, move this down so you can see. And yeah, basically that's it. It's pretty simple. It's just like 2-step equations, but with just like one more step, basically 1 or 2 more steps. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna do problem number 2. Alright, so now this one, we have parentheses here. I know it may look intimidating, but it's really not that hard. If you're you know how to do 2-step equations, I might do a video on 2-step equations, but whoever's watching this probably already knows how to do 2-step equations if they clicked on this video. So yeah. multi-step equation. So let's just start. So now we have parentheses here. We're going to distribute the 4, -4 into the +4 and the 5. So a negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 4 is 16. That's -16. And a negative times a negative is a positive, and that's positive 20. All right, and now we're just going to do inverse operation. So let's just look at the pattern here. You see, it goes from a multi-step equation to what looks like to be like a simple two-step equation. So let's just inverse operation here. That cancels out. And just keep doing the inverse operations till you get x by itself. Isolate the variable. And by the way, 3 over -16 is equal to is the same as -3/16, and it's the same as -3 over 16. So these are all equivalent. Okay. Just erase all of that. So erase that. And 3 over -16 is equal to -0.1875. And if you want to check your answer for a variable, you could always plug it back into the original equation and see what you get. So that's 3 over -16 to a decimal. The thing with scientific calculators is that if you do 3 over -16, it's going to say syntax error. So you got to do -3 over 16, which it just makes more sense. It's easier to read and stuff. So yeah, x equals. Let me do a different color. X equals -3/16. So we did a regular multi-step equation, and then we did one with parentheses. Now we're going to do one with fractions. So don't be intimidated. It's going to be okay. All right. So looks intimidating. I know it may look intimidating, but with practice, it's not that hard. You just gotta practice. You gotta get into the motions and everything of remembering how to do it. But yeah. So there are 2 methods to doing this. You can find a common denominator and then combine these terms, or you can multiply by a common denominator. And I am going to do both ways just to show you how to do it. But first, let's rewrite this. And the first way, nice. This is nice. And going to multiply by 16 to both sides. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. Do to the other side. So 18 times 16 is 288, and 16 times 3/8 times x is 6x, and 16 times 1 over 16x is minus 1x, or just x. These are the same. 1x and x are the same. So, but just to make it easier on visualizing it, I'm just gonna stay with 1x. So, we can refine this and get 5x, 8, and let me make sure you guys can still see the screen. Nope, you can't. Let me move this down. And now let's do the inverse operation, and let's do this 4 or 5, and x equals 288 over 5, which is equal to 57 and 3/5. So yeah. Yay. It was that easy for that method. But you can use whatever method is easiest for you. I'm going to show you the other method, which is by, let me stick with this maroon burgundy-ish color. So first method we did was multiplying by a common denominator, and now we're going to multiply. We're going to find common denominators and change the fractions so we can combine them. So obviously you probably already see it. That common denominator is 16. So 8 times 2 is 16. Where we do to the bottom, have to do to the top, and let's do. And also 3x over 8 is the same as 3/8 x. Same thing. So we can just rewrite this and make it eyedropper. And that goes for x over 16. X, you just do 1 over 16 x, which would be equivalent. So yeah. So we've got 6x over 16 minus x over 16, which equals 18. And then we can combine them. And it was still scrolled down. It was scrolled down this entire time. Oh no, you saw it. You guys saw it. Okay. And now we can combine them to get 5x over 16. But just like in the last one, it was 6x minus 1x. Same thing here, 6x minus 1x. Oops, 6x minus 1x. Let's see. Equals 18. And of course you divide both sides by, by 5 over 16. Which is 57 and 3, just like last time. So x equals, let me get that blue. I don't know why I drew two X's instead of an equal sign. Here we go. Which is eventually says equals X. So that's two ways to do the same problem and to get the same answer. And now we're going to move on to our last and final problem. And it might be a little tricky for those who have never done it before, but you know, don't worry too much about it, because you'll see how I do it, and you know, you'll get it. So hopefully. All right. So we have this complicated looking equation: x over negative 12, 1 at 1 over negative 12x. Well, it's really not that hard, because you see, we could just do this, and you know, there'll be no worries because it's the exact same thing. Ta-da! Woo! Yay! We did it! We got it! Okay. And so now this just looks like a basic, you know, equation that will be easy to solve. So, by doing inverse operations, of course. And subtract from both sides. And that would be negative 7 and 1/4. And then negative x 1/12. And then we can divide both sides. And that cancels out. Let me get a different color. That cancels out. And so we're just left with x. Make sure you guys can see this. X equals, yeah, you can see it. Let me move it down a bit. There we go. Equals, see, negative 7 and 1/4 divided by negative 1/12 equals 87. Awesome. Equals 87. Let me get that beautiful. I should use blue for this one instead of orange, but you know, equals 3/4. So x equals 87. I just ended the video and realized that my screen recorder wasn't even focused to see what I wrote. So let's do this again. Alright, so you've got to remember just a couple of things. Remember to do inverse operations. That's just like the basics to solving equations, whether it's multi-step, two-step, or even a one-step equation. It's just remember it. Like, it's really easy. Inverse operations, opposite operations from what you see. Unless it's like a multi-step equation where you have to combine like terms and multiply first. Just remember inverse operations. And especially when you're doing a multi-step equations with fractions, choose a method that's most comfortable for you, whether it be multiplying by a common denominator or finding the least common denominator and combining like terms. just make sure that you are getting the correct answer in the most efficient way and most comfortable way for you. I don't care which method you use as long as you try your best and get the right answer. And if you're not sure about your answer, plug the answer you found for x back into your equation to see if it fits in order to evaluate your equation and to check your work, which is the same thing, evaluating your equation, checking your work. But yeah, make sure you do that if you're not sure, or use an online calculator or a graphing calculator. But make sure that if you're questioning your answer or questioning the work you did, to check your work. And don't try not to get intimidated. I know some of the problems can look really complicated and complex, but with practice, it'll come easy to you. So there are a lot of online resources that show you the steps and how to get there if you don't understand something. So at some point, you'll be able to understand it no matter what. So try not to get intimidated. Remember to practice. If you want to be good at something, you need to practice at least every day or more than once a week. So yeah, basically that's it. I hope this helped you in understanding multi-step equations. Like the video if it did. It really helps out knowing that these videos are helping. Leave a comment if you have any questions or just want to, say something. And please do subscribe if you want to, and turn on our notifications so you can be updated on our videos. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.